Happy Friday. Hope you are all well. I wanted to come on here this morning and talk to you about something. And it's something that we hear a lot in the manifestation communities. And it's where people will say act as if. Now this is something that I am guilty of saying. But let me share with you my new understanding about this. When somebody will say act as if you already have the money, act as if you have the career, act as if whatever that may be, right? Whatever comes after that. When we're acting, we're actually declaring that we're not it. And we're having to act as if. We're having to act and it becomes false because you're believing that acting is false because you're having to do something that you're not. So the whole premise of act as if is actually giving you more of what is. Because you're having to act. What if, and this is what I believe now, what if you already are? See, you are already it. You already are whatever it is you want to be because you're a multi-dimensional being. So there is that version of you that has whatever it is that you desire, the money, the career, the love, the job, even if it's just happiness or fulfillment, if that version of you already exists here and now, so you don't need to act. It's already there because it's metaphysics. We're multi-dimensional beings. What we're doing is we are choosing this version of you as it is right now, and that's being reflected externally. That's what you're experiencing. So if you're somebody who is experiencing lack of money, right? That's the version of you is the version of you that does exist in the realm that has lack of money. But there's many different parts of you because the creation is finished. You are absolutely perfect. You have everything that you need. Everything is already yours. What we need to do is choose a different identity, is choose a different version of who we are in order for that to be reflected externally. You see, we've got this backwards because we wait for something in our 3D reality to say, oh, look, here's $1 million. You go, oh, great, now I'm going to act like that. Now I'm going to be that. Now I can do this. Now I can change. You're almost wanting something to give you the urge, the motion to change. But when you have the money, you're like, yeah, it's okay for me to change. That's coming from fear. Because you don't want other people to see that you've changed when the money isn't there, because that's fake. But that's just a thought. It's just a thought. It's just something that we've been raised to believe. It's just something that we've been raised to believe how creation works. And creation does not work like that. Otherwise, people wouldn't be trying to manifest all the time. Creation doesn't work like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have I wouldn't be here. I know that manifestation in a lot of the communities is actually going against what it is that we're trying to do. We're trying to change our reality, where the truth is we don't need to do processes and procedures. I wrote something down about this earlier. You see, like processes and procedures should be coming from that place. A lot of us and a lot of what we're taught is we do the processes and procedures to get us into that state. Be in that state and then do your affirmations and your processes and your procedures. The procedure should include being in that state as it is, because you are part of God. You are an extension of God. Therefore, you have everything. He created, he, she, it, whatever. But we were created with everything. Everything is already here. And we have everything. Nothing's apart from us. Nothing's detached from us, which is what you will be experiencing right now. You're thinking, I want more money. I can't get more money. I need more money. And just by needing it, well, that just throws the universe into a lockdown with you, and it will not give you anything. It gives you everything that you are being. But you were gifted as a human. You are in this body as a human, but you are not the human. You are a multi-dimensional version. And when you get to choose, not act, but when you choose to become the version of you that already exists, it already exists now. But what you're doing is you're choosing the version of you that is now, and hoping that the external will change. And if you're into manifestation, you're maybe doing affirmations. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm rich. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm rich. But then what happens is, as soon as you've stopped your affirmations that you've repeated 100 times, you come back to the 3D and you come back to the version that you are just now. You're wasting your time. Affirmations are fabulous, but go to the version and then it becomes a command. It becomes oh God, what was the word I wrote down earlier? A statement. I don't even know where I wrote it. It becomes a statement, an announcement. You're not saying, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm a millionaire. So happy and grateful I'm a millionaire. And then when you come back into your 3D reality, you go to the shops and you're like, right, where's all the cheap stuff? Because I'm skint this month. It doesn't work like that. And affirmations will be, you've wasted so much energy doing your affirmations in that way. And it's the same as journaling. It's all very well journaling. Oh, my life is like this, and I'm so happy and grateful that I have a house in California and I've got one in Thailand, but I also still live in the UK, and I wear Gucci and I wear Tiffany every single day. And then you come back and you're in your sweatpants and your jumper, which I'd be in anyway, but you come back to your sweatpants and your jumper and just thinking, oh, well, that was that. And you enjoy the experience while you're in there and you're journaling, and then you come back out and you're just right back in. All you're doing is an exercise. It will not get you anything different. I promise you that. This is why people stay in manifestation coaching containers and nothing changes. And they'll say, like, it's not even about embodying it. It's just about fucking being it. You are an extension of God. You already have everything. Everything is here already. You don't need to embody the affirmation. You just need to be it. I've done coaching containers for over 6 months. In manifestation with manifestation coaches, and I've come out and I've been exactly the same. And I've always thought, God, there's something wrong with me. Why, everybody else seems to be able to do this, but no, not me. This is the reason. Because all you're doing is going back and forward and back and forward. You're going into the place of the wish fulfilled. The wish is fulfilled. We don't need to act as if it is, and then you're in that place and you're doing your scripting and you're doing your affirmations, and then as soon as you stop doing that act, you just come right back into your 3D reality where there's no money, there's no this, there's no that, you're in lack. And then you spend it, I need to feel better, and I'll go back and I'll do some more scripting or affirmations, and then you come back out. Just choose it, because there's all these dimensions are available to you right now. So we don't need to act as if, you just be. You just be. Stay. It then becomes a condition. So you're acting as if, and it's like, oh, I need to stay. I've had so many people that will say, how do you stay in that place of the wish fulfilled? Well, you just be it. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to script in order to do it. You don't need to affirm in order to do it. You don't need to do any of that, because then you're putting conditions on what it is that you desire. Just accept that that is yours. It's all of the nonsense that we've picked up from over the years, why we're not worthy, why we're not able, why we're not capable. And these are all just things that have happened to the human. They haven't happened to who you really are, and you really are a spiritual being. If you're manifesting, then learning more about who you really are is absolute key. That will change the game for you, because you are a spiritual being. And when you can understand fully what that means and how that changes everything when you're manifesting, your manifestation game will just like go bonkers. Because most of us, when we're in manifestation, we're trying to manifest from the 3D. We're trying to manifest from where we are right now, from the human, from your mind. And it will not work like that. Your mind was never given to you for that reason. Thoughts belong to the human. And most people try to manifest from their thoughts. And this is where it trips you up in manifestation when you're in this, when you first start, or even during it. I've been in the world of manifestation for a number of years, and it really can mess your head up. Having to affirm all day, having to stay in the state of the wish fulfilled, having to do scripting, having to get up at 4 a.m. to read a book so that you feel better, so that you understand better. It is not required. When you can step in to who you really are, you're a spiritual being. And Bob Proctor would always say, you're a spiritual being in a human body with an intellectual mind. You're a spiritual being first and foremost. And when you return to that place of pure perfection, having everything that you could possibly want, the money, the career, it's all here for you. You are it. When you are everything. God created us with everything. We have everything. We've got access to everything. It becomes a choice. So why don't we choose it? Because we believe we're not worthy. We believe we're not capable. We believe we have to do something. And this again is conditional. You're saying I can have that, but I must do that. The only thing that you have to do is to remember who you are. I am source. I am the creator of my reality. Circumstances that are going on around you doesn't matter. It does not matter. And we need to move away from creating from what we're hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, touching. That's old news and it's irrelevant. What matters and where change happens is when we go inside. It's a change in consciousness. This is what Neville Goddard talks about. It's a change in consciousness, and you must allow that version of you just now to die. That consciousness that you are in just now has to die. This is manifestation without lifting a finger. This is manifestation where it's not that you can just sit and watch Netflix and eat Wotsits all day, unless you really want to. And it may work. But when you are that version that has the money, the career, the job, the love, the whatever, when you have it and you know, when you can step in and say, I know that that's who I am. I know that I am spirit. I know that I'm an extension of God. And you step into that version, you choose the version that has what it is that you desire. You will act like that. You will do the things that need done in accordance with who you're being. It's like, I'm a dog mum. So I know that I get up in the morning and one of the first things I do is take the dogs out. I just know that is because I have chosen to be a dog mum. And I guess it's the same, like if you're a parent, you just know what you have to do and you do it. You do it automatically because that's the role that you have chosen. And it's exactly the same. You choose to be the healthy, wealthy, love, whatever. You choose that. And the actions will happen as if you're walking the dog, as if you're feeding the kids, as if you're taking them to school. It will just happen. You don't need to try and think, oh, well, I have to go and do something. I better learn more skills. I better do this. I better do that. No, because once you step into that version and you know for sure that's who you are, you're choosing it, the actions will align with who you're being. Right now, in your own consciousness is what you're experiencing just now. But when you step into and therefore to look at something and say, well, I really want more money, to look at that as if it's in the future, you're like, well, how would I do that? I don't know. I'm going to have to work more. I'll have to get another job. I'll have to sell my cat or my liver or whatever I'll have to do. Because you're looking at it from where you are right now and you're not seeing the full picture. You're just seeing such a tiny, tiny amount. I think it's like 0.000001. That's all you can see. There's a whole flipping world out there. But you need to step into the consciousness of it first and know who you are. Know that this was just something that you chose temporarily, and that you get to move to a different version. And you do it just like that. But this has come from understanding who I am, understanding that I'm not the body and I'm not the mind. And for so many years, as many of us have, we've lived like we are the body, that we are the mind, that we have no control over who we are and what we do and what we receive. But now, I don't believe that at all. My mind and that voice in my head just says a voice in my head. I don't listen to it. I don't not want it, because it means that I'm living a human life. Your mind was given to you as a human being, like your 5 senses, so that you could experience life. Your thoughts and your belief systems are part of your human, but you're not your flipping human. And we don't need to undo the beliefs. We don't need to go through things. We don't need to do this. We don't even need to heal, because that's your human. You're not your human. You're in this body to experience earth. But you dictate how your body goes. You take charge of it. Majority of us, including me, have often thought, oh, well, this is who I am. All those things that people have said about me, like ex-boyfriends, ex-friends, you know, what school saying, Susan, you're a Wally, Susan, you're this, you're that, and calling you names. And then we take that on board. That's who we are. It's not. It's just been people's points of view. So acting, that I came on here to talk about acting as if. Acting as if is actually putting you further into a state of not having it. Because you're dipping in and out. You need to get into the place where you are it. And it's almost like, God, who was I before? And we often think of things being, you know, past, present, future. Everything's now. Everything is now. So you just get to choose. If you like, you know, if you want to become that wealthy, healthy version, then just say, okay, I'm doing it now. It's actually vertical. It's not horizontal. Everything is now. Your future is now. The past is now. Everything is now. And you get to decide. You've got a choice to say, this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to choose to be that version. But when we act as if, you're actually putting yourself further into where you are just now, and it still stays a memory or a wish of what you desire. When we choose to say, okay, I'm done with this experience, thank you very much. I'm now wanting to experience this. I am going to choose this. Not because I haven't enjoyed what I've experienced, whether you have or not. This is another key point. It's not, most of us want to manifest because we're in a place of lack at the moment. I want more money, I want love, I want a career, I want whatever. And you're like, and you're saying that because you feel that you don't have enough, that you don't already have it. This is another training, but when you can actually move into the place of already having it, but you've been okay with, you know, it's been like, great, I've had a great time, I've had a great experience, because remember, your spiritual being doesn't know what's good and bad. That's a human thing. That's a human perspective. It's the human in you that says this is a good experience or a bad experience, and what's good for you might not be good for me. A great analogy that I heard was, if it's raining, it's great news for the farmer, but it's terrible news, it's bad for a bride. And I just thought that's a really good analogy, isn't it? Because you can really reflect on that. So it's humans that say that something's good or bad. Spirit wants to experience everything. The point of you being here on earth is to experience everything. And it's to return to yourself. You have to return to your natural state. You have to return to God. Your state of God. But your soul won't do that quickly. Your soul won't do that quickly because it wants to experience everything. And this is why often things will happen in people's lives, and they, you know, then they have this whole thing where they want to go and look at, you know, and do different things, and then they start on a journey of spirituality, and they start returning to their soul. But your soul won't do that quickly. Your soul wants to experience everything. So whilst you are in a place of funk at the moment and it's not working out, we have to learn to not create further from the experiences that you have right now, because you'll just keep creating them again and again. When you can step into, I am source, I am the creator of my life, and you say that to yourself over and over and over, you're stepping into the circle of life. You're stepping into that. When you're looking at your life, you can't be the creator. You've already created it. When you can step in and look out and think, actually, there's so many dimensions here that I could be. I could be rich. I could be. Just because you're not experiencing it in your reality doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It all exists. You're multidimensional. You don't need to wait for the future. The future is now. That's a slogan for a phone or something, is it not? The future is now. It's like Vodafone or something. But your future is now, because it's not linear, it's horizontal. So we just get to say, this is what I'm choosing, and then be it. We don't need to go and fix our beliefs. We don't need to go and fix trauma. We don't need to go and do any of that, because that was our human. Yes, we can fix it. Yes, we can go in and start, like, if your body is suffering because of that, a lot of the time I find with clients that their nervous system is in a bit of a funk, and therefore they can't quite take in information the same, and they're in a state of anxiety or mild depression or whatever. So yes, we can sort out the nervous system, but we do not need to clear beliefs in order to manifest that. That means you're actually saying that you aren't perfect and you flipping are perfect. We don't need to, all we're doing is buying into this thing that we need to do things to fix ourselves. We've got a belief, we've got a block, it does not matter, because that's not where we create from. This is why I think it's great. I've worked with coaches for 9 months or so, and all they're although they're teaching you, they're also guiding you to get this into your mind for you to actually become this different version, for you to understand things. It's not about teaching people about affirmations and what have you. It's the longer term containers that I've certainly been in, they're more guiding, mentoring, walking the path with you, so that when you do have days when you're wobbling and thinking that this isn't true, because I feel really bad, or I feel, but it's not here, it's not happening. It's like one of the coaches I work with is absolutely phenomenal. I know what she's saying. I understand. I know she's saying, you have to be it, you have to, but it's having somebody there to walk with me when I've got those days where I'm like, I don't get it. And then the next day I'm like, I've got it, I'm on track, it's fine. It's just having that other person there. That's where coaching becomes invaluable. It's like, this stuff, but it's like, it's getting your teeth into it and actually just going on and doing it. That's where I find the most benefit. Especially when if you know that you're a spiritual being. And if you don't, it's okay. Because there's not much to flip and learn. There's not much to do. I find that, it's when you keep dipping in and out of your current reality, 3D reality, and then you come into the fourth or the fifth dimension, and then you go back out and in, and you're in and out, and it's like the hokey cokey. And it's that is where you will find value in a coach. That's where you will find where your life does start to change, because that person is going to help you and guide you so that you can just be like that forever. It's not, I don't want to teach you about how to do an affirmation. I don't want to teach you about how to journal. It's about guiding you to who you really are, so that manifestation is manifesting without lifting a finger, so that you return to your natural state. So, happy Friday. If you've been here watching, hello, happy Friday. Thank you for watching. And if you're on replay, hashtag replay. And I'll speak to you all soon.